And so what you're going to hear from these renowned pathologists is essentially George died because he needed a breath. He needed a breath of air. So I implore you all to join his family in taking a breath for justice, taking a breath for peace, taking a breath for our country, but more importantly, taking a breath for George, since he didn't get the opportunity to take a breath.
What this really was the weight of the Minneapolis Police Department on George's neck. And what you're going to hear from the doctors is that there were two actual physical mechanisms that were in place that caused George Floyd's death. As Ben alluded to, not only was the knee on George's neck a cause of his death, but so was the weight of the other two police officers on his back, who not only prevented blood flow into his brain, but also airflow into his lungs. That makes all of those officers on scene criminally liable and without a doubt civilly responsible.
The autopsy shows that Mr. Floyd had no underlying medical problem that caused or contributed to his death. This is confirmed by information provided to Dr. Wilson and myself from the family. He was in good health. The compressive pressure of the neck and back are not seen at autopsy because the pressure has been released by the time the body comes to the medical examiner's office. It can only be seen, serious compressive pressure on the neck and back can only be seen while the pressure is being applied, or when, as in this instance, it is captured on video. And in this instance, we can see after a little bit less than 4 minutes that Mr. Floyd is motionless, lifeless, and when the EMS arrived and put him on the stretcher without any CPR at that time, during the ambulance trip, he did not respond to CPR and did not respond to cardiac shock. The cause of death, in my opinion, is asphyxia due to compression of the neck, which, as Mr. Crump indicated, can interfere with blood flow and oxygen going to the brain, and compression of the back, which interferes with breathing. When he said, "I can't breathe," unfortunately, many police are under the impression if you can talk, that means you're breathing. That is not true. I am talking and talking and talking and not breathing in front of you. So the concept that a person says, "I can't breathe," like Mr. Garner, like in this instance, means you should take it seriously.